Attention please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Ahoy, friends. It's me, Dave Landau. After a long night on stage, I like to kick back with a captain's hat and a fine cigar and watch the Dennis and Andy show. These guys are huge nerds, but they're the kind that you actually want to hang out with. Enjoy them. I do.
What is up, everybody? It is the DNA Show, 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. We are here for your entertainment and delight. As far as I know, there's no graybeards today. So after this, what do you want to do? You can watch reruns of the DNA Show. So yes, we are here. We have a great guest today. We're looking forward to bringing on and finding out about his career and stuff. And tomorrow, Dennis and I are going to go see a movie. Before we say it, you guys can take guesses, and we'll let you know if you're correct or not. And there you go.
It's a new movie. That'll be the hint.
Well, yeah.
No, because sometimes we have to wait a week or two. So, but it's like opening tomorrow.
Does it open tomorrow? I thought it was last week, and we were a week late.
I didn't think so.
Oh, I don't know. But anyhow, we will be seeing a movie tomorrow. Odyssey, is that what that bottom was? I can't read the screen from back here.
No, it is not Obsession. I've seen that 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah, we already did a review, guys.
Yeah, we actually did. We got to meet the new family when I was out in California. My son got married and the in-laws. And what did we all do? We went and saw the Broadway play of Anastasia. And then as a family, we went and saw Obsession. I've already seen it, but you know what? It's good to see it with new people and had a great discussion about Obsession afterwards.
And I'll watch it again. I've only seen it once, but I will watch it again streaming because there's 6 minutes, I think, added. 6, 15, something. I don't know.
They've got 2 versions apparently that will be coming out. One of them, and they're different edits. One of them is about 6 minutes of additional, and one of them is about 15 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see which one actually hits the theater, because I will be seeing that in the theater again with the new stuff.
Yeah. I didn't know it was going to the theater. I thought it was just streaming.
It was. I heard it was going to be going back to the theater.
Oh, yeah. We got to see it in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. So, yeah. So there's that. Somebody asked, where were you on the Bros? Explain yourself, because I wasn't on it last night. You know, sometimes stuff comes up in the house that you just have to deal with. And it's always, as they say, Murphy's Law, bad timing. I was on my way coming up to the studio, and then some stuff happened inside the house, and I was needed. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but it is what it is. I'm usually there every Tuesday. So what do you want to do?
Randy's got it right. Clog toilet. Yeah.
No, that's usually me clogging it. And I was on the way up here, so it wasn't me. And
he
it
was
wasn't
dropping some logs.
Yeah.
He was timbering it. You mateys.
So So couldn't do it. Sad to it because I knew what the topic was. Obviously, it would have been fun to talk about with the guys, but I talked to them and everything. So not next Tuesday, because next Tuesday, Aaron, myself, and Billy won't be around. We'll be in San Diego. So no bros next week. So in less than 2 weeks by a day, the bros will return. So
And
there
this-
you go.
And this is the first DNA show in a few weeks because been busy, been gone. So
Summer is difficult.
it is, but especially this summer. This is probably my busiest summer, I would say, ever. I mean, especially since we've been doing this, but it's been nonstop. And we were just talking about it at the comic shop because, of course, I stopped to pick up my weekly floppies at the shop on the way over to the studio here. And I'll be heading back up to Wisconsin. My son got married, so there's a big party going on for that. So we'll be making the trek up there. And then my daughter, I've got to go help her, and she's got some surgery stuff. So I'm going to help her and take her in. And my niece, she goes off to college, I think the week after that. So it's just busy summer. I can't wait for fall to come where things will actually slow down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be fulfilling a book here soon too, because I finished drawing Lilineth, Infernal Conflict on Monday. I finished the last page. So now the colorist is like 12 pages behind me, I believe. So he's got them and got to finish up. And then, of course, we get pages to the letterer, my buddy Steve. And Steve does the lettering, Chris does the colors, and we got to get this baby in your hands. But my part is done, except for, we both edit and production stuff. But drawing-wise, that's done. So you can go back it.
Randy's going to be on the road most of August and early September. Well, we will miss you, Randy. But thank you for always showing up.
We will. And hopefully we'll be back more Wednesdays. It's just Dennis getting his stupid spray tan appointments at 3:30 on Wednesdays. Look how orange he is. That's not natural. That's not real.
Everybody on the show says that, and then you guys even did it, and you showed up at the convention. Now, baby, this is all real, and it is not orange in real life. This is Andy's stupid-ass camera.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's not real. If I licked the side of his face, he would look like this after I lick off. But spray tan is disgusting. I'm not going to lick his face.
You're so full of crap. It's amazing.
Whatever. All right. Well, let's bring on our guest now. He's been in the business for a long time. And to prove it, Dennis and I brought a couple of books where we first saw his name. He doesn't know what they are. So the first part will be a little bit, This Is Your Life. Bill Mouse.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm happy to be on this episode of my life.
I don't think, before the show started, we were talking and stuff, and Dennis almost showed you what he was going to show. And I said, no, hold off. You might be able to guess. Actually, you know what? Let's play a game. What do you think Dennis is going to show you?
Oh, with no hints? No hints at
No,
all?
yeah, he's not going to.
Well, he can tell you a time frame. Tell him a time frame.
Tell me.
Probably around 93.
All right, 93, I was probably drawing 3 books a month. So it's going to be hard for me to narrow it down.
Wow, John Byrne.
Oh my
Brag a little more.
It's more like starving artist kid looking for opportunities. I don't know. Out of the blue, I will say X Farce from Eclipse Comics.
That's a good guess. It is not right. I do own that. I did not bring that one.
That's okay. I had to think of the first one I could think of.
Okay.
It's
I
all
own
a blur.
that too.
It's all a blur. There was several cases of Pepsi that got me through all of that. So
that helps. Well, I won't make you try and guess mine. I'll just show it.
okay,
So
let's see what you got.
I love this stuff. When I saw this back then, I was like, I gotta get it. I love stuff like this.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah.
That's dude, I love parody stuff. As a kid, The Tick, Megaton Man. I would get cracked whenever they did superhero stuff. Mad Magazine when they did superhero stuff.
Dynamite.
Yeah. So when I saw this, I was like, "Oh my god, no way!"
We had so much fun drawing that one. That was a fun book. That was a really fun book.
Look, you even got. Look, you even put the. Well, it's Blue Beetle. Well, it's hard for people to see, but Blue Beetle is more like the Tick.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Beetle is a foot.
See, Blue Beetle.
That is awesome.
I patted myself on the back for a long time because of the phone booth gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don Chin, I love all his stuff. His parody stuff is great.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Any of that type of stuff, that is cool. And that is one I actually do not own. So
do you own Uncanny X-Cons?
I do.
Oh, what about cable TV?
I do.
Oh,
if it's X-Men, I'm an X-Men guy. So if there was anything anywhere near X-Men in any way, shape, or form, parody stuff especially, yeah, I picked up all of that. They're like, seriously, dude? I'm like, God, this guy's stuff's funny.
Thanks, dude. Yeah. I appreciate that because I really love doing the comedy and the parodies. It's like it's just a lot of fun. I get to play with so many different characters, right? So
yeah, I do. I love this stuff. Is this the dude's real name? It says ink artist Scooter Tidwell.
Yeah, that's his real name. Yeah, his inks.
So you only penciled this?
Yes, I was a penciler. Yeah, he did the inks and those gray tones too. I thought that was really cool. He really gave it like a distinctive look from my typical art. So I was just like, oh, I love the combination.
Yeah, no, the inks are real nice. Now, I don't know what the pencils look like, but the ink line he put down, the variations got a nice little snap to it and stuff.
It does got a real cartoony snap to it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
it's super clean. It's like, so nice.
So this is a great one. This is one I've had, and I love parody stuff like this. So
thanks,
that was it, man, right there.
Awesome.
Now it's his turn.
So mine was like I said, it was probably around 93. It was right around when I was getting married.
Okay.
And we had gone shopping, and we were at, I think it was like a Walmart. I'm almost 99% sure it was like at a Walmart.
Oh,
and
I think I might. If you said Walmart, that narrows it down.
It does, and it was signed. I'm like, what?
Yeah, with a certificate.
It does
in a bag.
It was like a really cool Mylar. So what was it?
It was Zen Intergalactic Ninja.
It sure was. Oh yeah, and there's the original with the COA and stuff.
There
and
you
my
go.
wife's like, why is this at Walmart? And I'm like, shh. It's a comic book. It doesn't matter where I get it. I said, this is really freaking cool that it's even here. And I picked up two, and this is the one. This is the first time this one's ever like been open,
exposed to oxygen.
You can show it, right? Because the other one I popped open in red. But it was the coolest thing because I was like at Walmart, and I was like, this was great stuff. And I hadn't known Zen before that, so this was like my first chance to get into it. And it was so funny because my wife and I were talking this morning, and I said, I'm doing all my usual, going to Andy's, blah, 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 blah. And I says, we got Bill on and stuff, and she goes, wasn't that when we were at Walmart? I'm like, oh my God, you remember this?
Walmart is where life happens.
She goes, you still have it? And I'm like, I do. So she goes, you should take it with you. I'm like, you know what? I will.
Awesome.
So my question is, how did you guys wind up getting that, a relationship where you got something into it? I'm like I said, I'm almost positive it was Walmart at the time.
Oh, it was
Walmart.
How
did you get into it?
Getting into Walmart that was actually a very cute story. How we got into Walmart. It was San Diego Comic-Con. It was preview night. Preview night typically, especially back then, was only for people who own shops, people who distribute, people that are on that side of the business, right? And a little kid came up to our table. I mean, it's like, we had our Trek lighting, we got our books out, we got all our stuff. And a little kid came up and kind of squeezed in between people. And I just focused on the kid. And I was just like, so I just answered all of his questions. We were just having a good time. That's cool. This is that, whatever. And the kid was like super happy, walked away. So I was like, all right, cool. We made a kid happy. That's what it's all about. So kid came back later with his dad. And his dad is like the Walmart, like he takes care of all, like, I don't know, the department that buys things.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the name is slipping me. I'm having such a brain fart right now. I can't sound like an intelligent adult. The acquisition department, yeah, with taking care of distribution of this and that. Whatever sounds like a big department, he was in charge of that one, and that's how we got it. His dad came up, and he was so happy that we were just like treating his kid like $1 million that he was like, "Well, let's see what you got," you know, and that's how we got that relationship going.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I think I signed like 7,000 or 8,000 copies.
Wow.
So I had to line them up. My then wife Veronica and I, we were renting this 2-story house in Virginia Beach, and we just lined up books all through the house. Like it was like this path, and I was scrunching down on the floor, signing. It took us like 2 or 3 weeks to sign all those books.
Oh yeah.
But it was crazy. Yeah, it was nuts. And that's the way some of our things happen. You know, it's just little opportunities, little relationships, little people being. I've lived my entire life by the grace of other people being nice to me. So it's like, you know, giving me opportunities and just having little relationships and just being cool to people. You know, just being nice to people and being grateful. You know.
And you got
I draw pictures for a living, so I can't have a chip on the shoulder, you know. It's like, what do you do for a living? I draw boobs and spaceships. You know,
yeah, no, that's cool. And I was just looking through it. Now, I'll be honest, I've never even looked through that before.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got you.
And after looking through it, that's number 3.
It was hermetically sealed. Yeah.
I kind of want, you know, it's his. I kind of want to get a copy because I was like, this is freaking cool looking. And you were inked by Wayne Foucher, who moved on to do inking for like DC and stuff and whatnot. So
yeah, there was a lot of people. Don really had a knack for the talent that he was rounding up for our Entity Comics back then. We co-founded Parody Press together. We co-founded Entity Comics together,
right,
back in 91, 92. The first job that I did was a book for Eclipse Comic called X-Farce.
Yep.
And Don just happened to be the writer of that book. So that's how we became friends. And then after that, it was he wanted to start his own thing. So we co-founded Parody Press. And, you know, we did that for 10 years. That became a decade of my life.
Oh, wow.
You know,
just because we connected.
We had Don on the show a while ago, and yeah, it was X-Farce that came up because I'm an X-Men guy, and I was like, wow, you know, and I backed a lot of his stuff, and he's also a fantastic guy. I love talking to him about it, but that is just so cool how that kind of stuff just comes together.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Don is. I'm super happy for him this week. They're just wrapping up their Kickstarter for Dynamite's doing a Kickstarter for the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
I saw that. Every time I'm on Facebook, I'm scrolling through. There's a video of Don pitching it.
There is.
So,
so we're dragging him back to his natural habitat of comics.
I didn't even look. How well is that campaign doing?
I think they broke 40,000.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm really happy that it's doing well. Hopefully, what it means is that there'll be more things coming in the future. You know what I mean?
Right.
So more stories, more books, more opportunities. So I'm hoping Dynamite takes note and puts us all back together again. Puts the team back together again for some more new stuff. That would be fun.
Well, that's very cool. All right. Well, now that we got that little bit of reminiscing, we'll start at the beginning like we usually do with new guests and then work our way to that and beyond. So that is where you come in.
Yeah. So we always like to ask our new guests, like, their origin. Every superhero has an origin. Every supervillain has an origin. Therefore, all the creators have an origin. And it usually starts, as a kid, getting into comic books. So do you remember the first comic book you either bought or were given? And if so, do you still have it?
I don't have the original comic books that I got like first when I was a kid. I'm a Navy brat. My dad was engineer in the Navy, and I would end up with my mom at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, going to the commissary and the exchange.
Oh yeah.
And so as a kid, I would want to escape that hell. And because it's just boring, shopping for food, that's awesome. Going through women's clothing all day long. But the exchange had a huge magazine rack section, and that's where I would find comic books, and that's where I would find that I would kind of hang out there for as long as she would let me, if I wasn't like looking at the toy section or something like that. So probably like Spider-Man comics are like the first ones that I was really actually picking up or bugging her to pick up for me, right? And Crack Magazine, that was my thing.
Mm.
Crack Magazine I was always picking up an issue of Crack, and John Severin was my guy. He was drawing parodies of shows that I was actually watching at the time. So it's like, I was waiting to see what he was going to do next all the time. He's actually the first guy that got me into wanting to do sequential artwork.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because before that, it's like I was happy just drawing. Like if I went to go see Star Wars, I remember 1978. It's like,
oh yeah,
you see Star Wars. I went back home and all I did was draw R2-D2 and like X-wing fighter. It's like I would just try to draw anything from TV shows and movies that I was watching at the time that I was into. But John Severin's work was the first time that I was like, I want to tell I want to tell a story. I want to tell a joke. I want to tell a gag. It's like that was the first time that I got the bug to do that. So that was cool. That was very cool.
Nice. So I assume like every one of us that draws and stuff for a living, you were drawing, like you said, as a kid and whatnot. You moved around a bunch. Did you, throughout school and stuff, you kept up with it after like high school? Did you, what was the path after that?
I was the kid that was always drawing when I wasn't supposed to.
Sure.
Like tagging the inside of my locker. I drew like this huge upside down Inspector Gadget on my locker door that I was unfortunately famous for because they finally got me and made me scrub it off. That sucked. And I didn't take art in like junior, like in high school or junior high school or anything like that.
Really?
I was a band guy. I played tuba in concert and marching band. That was my
thing. Wow.
And I just, because you're a part of band, it just leaves little time for other things. It's like, I think I joined ROTC for like one day. I found out what their schedule was and I was like, nah, I can't do any of that. What are you talking about?
One day.
I was there for one day. I raised my hand and I was just like, I got to sign up for woodshop or something because this is too much.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, band was awesome. I love music and I love playing music, keyboard, and there was a bunch of different instruments that we'd like to get into and stuff like that. I still play keyboard when I need to write some generic music for my videos now, so it comes in handy every now and then. Plus, band trips were a lot of fun, and a couple of the girls that I was dating back in school days, they happened to be like in band or like one of the flag people. So it's field trips, awesome. It's like so we're all about that. But when I got out of high school, got into my community college here in Virginia Beach. That's when I finally made a decision. I had two choices. I can either be a tuba player at Duke University, or I can pursue art.
So wait, if you went to Duke, are you saying they would have paid like scholarship type stuff?
Well, that's the thing. We did a marching band competition at Duke. And the band director there approached me and said, when you graduate, when you go to college, you come here, because apparently I was pat on the back. I was excellent tuba player. I was kind of top of the line guy. But my diaphragm was pretty good back then, and he could hear me from the back. And we only had two tubas. A lot of bands, we had like 150 people in our band. And we only had two tuba players, and there was enough bass to cover that. So usually you have like 6 tuba players for something that large. And so he was impressed enough with that, with the projection and with the skill level, that he told me that if I wanted to come to Duke, that he wanted me to be there. And I told him straight up, it's like I'm kind of like mediocre grades. You know, I'm not an academic. I'm
Yeah.
I'm the guy drawing in the corner, you know, making jokes and goofing off. So he kind of treated me like a sports guy, where it's just like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll worry about the grades later. Yeah. We're just gonna bring you to Duke. We need a tuba player, and we're just gonna make it happen. You know, just don't fail out. We'll smooth everything else. He was basically giving me a ride at Duke, which was amazing, just to be treated that way. But I still chose art. I didn't see where I would go as an adult. I had no idea the different venues and avenues that you could take. You know, like I was watching a video on YouTube of the orchestra that was playing like all of the, like Game of Thrones actual orchestral soundtrack and stuff like that. That would have been my day job. That would have been my 9 to 5 at some point.
Right.
So it was choosing that or choosing art, and art was always my first love, and drawing comics was my first love. So I decided to pursue that. My parents got transferred to San Diego. We lived in Virginia Beach at the time, and I just graduated college, and my dad got transferred to San Diego, and I was just like, wait, that's where people go to be artists and actors, and I'll tag along with you guys. You know, it's like we'll go do that.
Yep.
Cat's leaving the studio. She's a busybody. She's coloring like 10 things over there. So
there you go.
She can use a break.
She's like, I don't need to hear this. I've heard it all before.
Oh yeah. She took off her headphones. She's like, this story again. Got it.
The tuba again.
No,
I get it.
Tuba.
You played the tuba, Dad.
Well, Mystery Box does say, he goes, I'm sure you're a better artist than tuba player, but bring tuba to Comic-Con and we can judge for ourselves.
There you go.
I'm gonna have a fundraiser. The tubas. I've been looking around at different because sometimes high schools will get rid of their old instruments. Yeah, you know, to bring in, you know, if they get actually purchase like that happened to us when I was in high school. They actually purchased like brand new tubas for us, and then the old tubas just kind of disappeared. Oh. And I'm like, so where did they go? You know, it's like, so I was thinking to myself, I'd probably, you know, find something from a high school somewhere and look out.
So when you were just real quick, when you were in high school, you never actually owned your own. You just used the school.
I used the school's tuba, because those things. I think the ones that we had were like probably like 10 grand, maybe 12 grand.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like really fancy concert tubas. It was like it's the kind of tuba that you could sit in your lap, you know, like what you typically see with the bell sticking straight up, and it had a transforming thing in the middle of it, some different pieces that you can convert it over to a marching tuba. So we take that, throw it up on our shoulder like a boombox, and then play it like that, you know. So it was a lot more stylish than like a typical sousaphone that kind of like wraps around you. So it was it was a fancy little
Randy says Polka King, and then Mickey's like, does he like the Bear or Packers? Because, you know, there's
Mickey,
a Packer fan. We have lots of polka, and we love the Green Bay Packers, and it's all good polka. You'd be perfect.
You know, I love to watch a good game. I really do get excited watching a good game, but I don't keep track of anybody. It's like, who's got the cooler uniform this time? We're going to go with that team. You know, I think the only time I ever kept up with teams at all, it's because of a childhood thing. I was born in New York City. So as bad as the Mets were throughout the years, like I have these childhood memories of having like a stuffed Mets character, you know, the baseball head dude and some helmets and stuff like that. So from childhood, the nostalgia, I'll root for the Mets. Wow. But other than that, it's like I really don't keep track of like teams and stats and stuff like that. But I love watching a good game. I mean, it's like it's just, you know, I don't keep track of anybody.
Well, color me impressed. I didn't know tubas cost that much. When I was in, I think it was middle school, maybe elementary school. I played trumpet, but I mean, trumpet was like, I don't know, back then. I think a trumpet was
like
a few $100.
Yeah, a few $100. Well, I started with trombone.
Oh, okay.
So, but the band needed a tuba player, so I was just like now I picked the trombone because it didn't have any buttons, and I'm just like, I can kind of feel my way to the note. I'm thinking to myself, this sounds like an easy instrument, you know. It's like, and it wasn't.
Sure,
but I got into it, and I got fairly good at it, and but they needed a tuba players, and I was like, I swear to God, I was like Bilbo Baggins back then. I was like a tiny kid. I kind of looked like Elliot Page in a suit. You know what I mean?
With the tuba.
Yeah, I looked like Elliot, like on the red carpet for the Odyssey. I was just like this little guy. So I would get
The suit
joked.
that doesn't fit right. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything. I looked like a puppet, and just like this little kid. And I would get
People thought
teased.
you were a girl trying to be a guy like Elliot
Well,
Page.
there was a couple of times that I actually got the remark. It's like, that tuba has legs. Because the sousaphone wrapped around me, and all they saw was a hat and 2 feet sticking out, you know.
Oh,
So,
that's hilarious.
but because I was playing, I think I'm going to blame this or credit this tuba playing for me getting my however tall I am right now. I used to sit on 2 freaking textbooks to reach the mouthpiece for the concert tuba.
Oh,
And then the following year, I didn't have to use those books. It's like over the summer and the beginning of the year or whatever like that, I stretched out. So it's like, thanks to tuba playing, I'm no longer in the Shire.
That's cool. My son was saxophone, and so at first, we rented it from the school, and then we wound up buying him his. And being a Packer fan, we got him a green and gold one.
There you go. Yeah.
He still has it to this day. He used it all the way through, so that was pretty cool.
Get the Green Bay logo on the bell.
Yes.
Dope.
When Dennis was in college, he played flute, and he only needed knee pads.
That one time at band camp.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. American Pie jokes. Here we go.
Right,
now, people, we made it 32 minutes into the stream before Andy cracked one out. So that is a record. This is like the longest we've ever gone without making one of those.
I'm glad to be a witness.
I was sitting on it for a while.
I bet
as
you
we
were.
started talking, I was like, I can work this in.
It's coming. It's
When
coming.
you brought up
It's
the
coming in here.
textbooks, I was like, there it is.
Found it.
Found it. All right. So you go to San Diego. So when you moved out there, you know, when your parents moved out there and you went, I'm assuming you knew that like Comic-Con was out there and stuff already.
I didn't know. Really. I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't know. Like I was just like, all right, I'm here. What do I? It's like nobody to direct me. Nobody says. I started looking through the freaking newspaper for like want ads. I was just like, what do I do? Where do I go? I have no idea. I left all my friends behind. They're all 3,000 miles away. We don't know anybody in San Diego, And so what happened was my first job. I used to work at art stores and frame shops here in Virginia Beach because at least it kept me close to artwork. It was like art adjacent,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I knew. So I started driving around and like, okay, here's an art store. Here's a frame shop. Here's a place. The first place I actually started working was there was a place in a mall in North County that what they did was their main thing was that you went in there yourself and you would customize T-shirts. You would paint, and then they would spin the shirt and splatter it and do all that.
Yeah.
So, but they also they had an airbrush artist actually doing custom airbrush stuff there. So I got a job working there as an airbrush artist. I was airbrushing T-shirts and apparel, hats, whatever. And at least I was doing artwork. I was doing art on clothing. So I did that for a little while, and that was pretty cool. And I was approached by this guy named Dave Kamish, and him and his brother had a thing going on with they had a caricature business, and they just got into theme parks. No theme parks had caricature artists in their theme parks yet. It was like there's something that they were trying to get in. They were like entrepreneurs about their art. And I was the very first person he approached to hire for that business. So he's like, hey, you want to draw caricatures at SeaWorld? It's like he talked to me for a while, told me about like what the plan was and this and that. And I ended up going to SeaWorld. I was the first guy. I sucked for like a year. It was awful. And then I got better. And then I started making like $1,000 a week. I mean, it was amazing that we were just like cranking them out. We hired more people. And that was the beginning. Like if you go to any theme park, like part of the techniques that they use, those were all from our playbook. It was all
Oh,
the stuff that we
wow.
developed. Yeah, yeah. And then so yeah, I did that for like 3, almost 4 years. Um, a friend of mine, his name is Bob Hannon. I got to say his name because I always credit him with getting me into comics.
Oh, cool.
And the way that he got me into comics was he used to brag that he knew an editor in comics. He knew that I loved comics.
Yeah.
If only I could find a way in, it's like one of those kind of things. And it's like, oh, I know an editor and I know these people and I know this, he's one of those kind of guys. It's like, he just happens to know lots of people in different industries and he's just that way about it. So I just kept on elbowing him. It's just like, well, dude, get a job, dude, do it. It's like,
Right.
I was actually giving him a hard time so that he would get a job in comics. And maybe 10 years down the road when he becomes somebody, maybe he'll let Bill into his studio.
That's right. The long game.
Yeah, the long game, seriously. So he did. He actually contacted that editor. I forget her name, but he did get that job drawing X-Farce. Go figure,
Cool.
right? So he came back to me. He's just like, dude, I got it. It's like I've got a real gig. I've got a thing. And I was just like, so I patted him on the back. I'm just like, that's awesome. I'm happy for you, dude. That's awesome. So we had lunch, this and that, whatever. And come back a couple days later, he's like, this deadline is bananas. I can't do it. Like, I'm gonna have to let it go. It's like, no, don't. What are you talking about? It's like what ended up happening was I ended up penciling that book. He ended up inking it. Don, of course, wrote it. Somebody else lettered it, and that was our first gig. That's how we got in. And then we did 2 more parodies for Eclipse, and then Don and I started Parody Press. So it's all because I wanted him to get a job that I got a job.
That is so cool. That's way cool.
Yeah, and that's so a 30 some odd year career out of kicking my best friend's ass.
How do you remember how well did those like X-Farce sell and stuff back then?
I want, correct me if I'm wrong, if you ever hear a different number, but I believe that it was in the neighborhood of 80,000 copies.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that would be on par with some
we're
of the
talking
best
about
books today.
we're talking about 1991. This is when we still had 30 distributors. We still had at least 3,000 more comic shops nationwide.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's ordering system was very. It was. When you order books from one distributor or the way that you split it up, you want to order as many things from one distributor as you can, so that way you get discounts and you get group rates, or they get some special treatment if you order correctly. So they used to take a lot of chances on indie books or on books that they'd never seen before. It's like, well, I'll get 3 or 4 copies. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
It's like they had enough money to throw around that they could at least do that. And because we had so many distributors and there's so many shops, those numbers just kept on adding up.
Wow.
So
that is freaking awesome.
So on average, we were always selling, 8 to 10,000 copies of whatever book we were working on, through the 90s. I mean, the Eclipse book was like huge. I don't know if I'll ever sell that many books again. And it was just by default that I just happened to be part of that project. It wasn't because of my name or anything like that. And the book was, you can tell it was my first book. It reeked of, we're going to pay you to get better.
Right. That's funny.
And then we'll start collecting you. But yeah, that was amazing. The 90s were magic, dude. The 90s were magic. The way things would fall together and the people that you would meet and just run into, and it was great. It was really great. Man,
that's really cool. So you did the Parody Press with Don, you said, for like a decade?
Oh yeah, it was just under a decade, I would say. And then during that time, we also wanted to do, like regular action superhero comic books, but we didn't want to put them under the Parody Press imprint because we didn't want people to think that these were not original things that we were doing. Right. They were just parodies. Not to downplay parodies. Parodies have been my lifeblood now for my life. But I also wanted to do like Image Comics came out about the same time we started self-publishing and doing our thing. And all those guys, they were top shelf. They were the guys that everybody looked up to. Those are the guys that I collected at the time. So the fact that they were doing that is like, so we were not emulating them, but definitely looking up to them quality wise and everything. So So we co-founded Entity Comics, and the very first book that we licensed to publish under Entity Comics was Zen Intergalactic Ninja.
Okay.
That was created by Steve Stern and Dan Cody. They just finished their run on Archie Comics, and they had a couple video games and toys and the whole bit. So they were looking for a publisher, and we were just lucky enough to pick it up. And I was lucky enough that he allowed me to write the books.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It was unheard of. It's like I just got like, he gave me like a general outline for like, here's a little general outline. Just make sure like these sort of things happen. And then I ended up writing the book and then inserting all of my characters, which I still own. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
So yeah, that's where Nira X came from. That's where my creator-owned character, she made her first appearance in Intergalactic Ninja number 0. That was her first intro as a bounty hunter slash sidekick slash helper, to the story. The story had everything that I would like to have fun with. It had spaceships, it had aliens, it had monsters, it had all that. So I'm just like, it's sci-fi. Where's the hot chick? Where's the female representation in this book?
That's right.
So that's where Nira came from. I wanted to have this kick-ass bounty hunting, all kinds of weapons and guns and stuff like that. Just have this cool character pop in, have that element in there as well. And he let me do it. It was great. So
that is freaking cool. Well, speaking of, let's see here. So this is okay. So wait, this is coming soon, right? Yeah, launching.
It's coming soon. Yeah, it's actually going to launch on the 22nd during San Diego Comic-Con.
Really? You're going to do a launch during Comic-Con? Huh?
I'm going to do a launch during Comic-Con.
Wow.
So I've got some original art on my table that I'll show up on the screen. But at least if anybody goes to Kickstarter and just looks up Nira X Savage Valley, you'll see the sign.
Well, the links in the description of the video. So.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks so much,
we got
guys.
the links there for you.
Yeah, please sign up. It's going to go live, like I said, on the 22nd. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's me basically writing another 3-issue miniseries based completely on what I felt like drawing for that month.
So are you launching it as all 3, or are you doing it one at a time?
One at a time. Yeah,
one at a time. How many pages is each one? Regular or
a 24-page story? There's going to be variant covers. There's going to be a wraparound cover. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's my little homage, love letter to the Savage Land. You see, the Nira X has kind of a rogue, look going on, very, very, very obviously. I wear my intentions on my sleeve most of the time.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like, oh, Nira X as rogue. Got it. That's all you need to know, really.
Yeah, you had me at rogue.
Yeah, you
had me at rogue.
And then as far as all the monsters and dinosaurs, I think I got a cool little spin on it. I don't draw like Discovery Channel accurate dinosaurs, so
sure.
The area that she gets, the Savage Valley, where her and the other Cyber Angels get trapped in, these monsters and these dinosaurs are reminiscent of dinosaurs, but they're all like cyborgs, and they have like cyber skin parts and stuff like that. So they're very, very much more like science fiction monsters as opposed to like comic accurate. It's not Jurassic Park,
Yeah,
partially because I don't draw dinosaurs that good, and I draw monsters way better. So.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine. It's comics.
Yeah, it's about having fun. So it's like
right.
I'm really looking forward to it, and we got a couple new characters that actually the chat came up with along with me. So I do a draw stream on Saturday nights, and typically what we like to do is I get a lot of ideas from the chat, and then we do a bunch of sketches, and then I auction those off at the end of the show. That's the way the show kind of rolls and rotates. So one of the Cyber Angel characters is actually based completely on our good friend Ken Zazer. He's been a fan since the 90s. His wife Courtney is actually a Cyber Angel character in the book.
Oh wow.
And we're also introducing another Cyber Angel character. Her name is Orchid. And that's a character that was completely we came up with it together on the draw stream. So I'm just like, this will be cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun for everybody to see her in action,
Yeah.
So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, that's real cool. And that launches on the 22nd. So that is literally next Wednesday, right? You're launching at preview night or preview
Yeah,
day?
preview. Yep. Exactly.
Wow. Are you actually going to launch it during preview night or just sometime during the day?
I think we're going to try to launch it during preview night. It's like, even if he makes it active, I'm still going to try. I don't think I'm going to be able to live stream from inside the convention center, but I'll still live stream from the sidewalk if I have to. I'm going to let everybody know that that it's out there and it's live.
Oh, that's cool.
That is.
That's real cool. Well, good luck for that one.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. It was, going through my Kickstarter is like really fast this time because there's only one picture. But I do have another page that I can share with you on the thing. Let's see. Let me
I'll take that down while you do it.
Awesome. Let's see. I'll take this one off and I'll add this one on. Share the screen. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Let's not do that one. I know how to hit buttons.
Yeah.
I've hit buttons before.
Man, I tell you, as much as I like San Diego, 2 days into that show, I'm tired of the crowds.
It is.
I'll go to a friend's booth and just be like, I'm coming back there to sit just so I can get out of these crowds.
That's why I like being behind my table. I like being in my little bubble and just letting the world pass by me instead of me trying to be out there.
Oh yeah.
So we're in the middle of finishing up issue 3 of Zen Bounty Wars. That's our Zen Intergalactic Ninja miniseries. It's a 4-issue miniseries. And
okay.
I have the pre-launch page. It's up and it's active for people to sign up just to be notified.
We got that in the comments too. If you sent it to me, it should be in the description.
Okay, very cool. Thanks, dude. So, is Kat doing any work with you on Savage Night? Yes, she is actually going to be doing one of the variant covers, and she's going to be helping me on some of the colors too.
Nice,
excellent.
Yeah, it's crazy to think she's actually been working in the industry now, like pro level, for like about 12 years. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm happy to have her. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her variant cover too. We're gonna have I think all of those files are gonna be turned in on Saturday to the publisher. Our publisher Tom over at Committed Comics is the one running everything for Savage Valley.
Okay.
And then the Zen Bounty Wars #4. I had to put a thing on there to make sure that people know that it's not going to go active until October.
Oh, okay.
Because we're in the middle of fulfilling #3, so I don't want to do anything, with putting that page active until #3 is completely fulfilled.
Right. Now, by doing the Zen stuff, do you have to? Because I didn't know you didn't create Zen. Do you have to cut in the original guys you mentioned?
Well, I actually draw the book for them, so it's published. It's published by First Comics, and Steve Stern, the co-creator of Zen, is actually the writer for this series.
I was going to ask, so you're not writing it; he is. Okay,
right, exactly. And you see, the Nira X is actually right there, front and center. She's doing double duty over here.
Wow.
So yeah, super happy that she's in this one. The story is basically Zen is in this position where he's wondering whether or not being a bounty hunter kind of goes with how he wants to live his life,
right?
And because he's searching for where he really belongs and everything that. Because Zen is such a solitary. He was a created being, so he doesn't have family or race or So he's a unique being. So he's just finding his place in the universe. And he gets kind of caught between in the crossfire between these two warlords that are trying to take over this entire sector of space. So he's trying to decide, do I do this? Do I not do this? Meanwhile, Nira is helping him out, and they're in the middle. They're in this crossfire. So there's tons of action, tons of stuff going on. There's a crazy character. He's more of a parody of a Lobo type character. He's called Black Hole Bob. And he's the chaotic neutral in the middle of this whole story. It kind of pushes things forward, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and plus it's fun getting the old gang back together again. Every time we get together for a new story, it's the 90s all over again. So it's great.
That's cool. Black Hole Bob.
So you play Dungeons and Dragons, huh?
Wait, how do you say that?
So you didn't catch that?
No.
Yeah. That's
see
what.
Yeah, he said chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
I heard it, but
let me roll my dice.
That's right.
I heard it, but none of that means anything to me because I don't really play it. So,
So
I'm actually stealing phrases from Kat at this point because she likes defining the characters that way. Like, is this a chaotic neutral? Is this a neutral neutral? Is this a good guy? Chaotic, it's like she likes divine. And yes, she does. She did play for a long time. She played Dungeons and Dragons for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
She had her group. Yep.
Now if she comes up and says, well, she's got a 19 comeliness, well, then I know how old Kat is.
See.
That's old school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the kid. She's 29 this year.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah. She's married. We're actually going to San Diego with her husband David. Pretty cool.
Oh, that is.
So we actually got
married in February when we saw you guys.
No, she married a little bit before that. It's kind of it's not a secret, but it's not something that they've just been announcing or anything like that. So
you just did.
Yeah, I just ran down. Yeah, well, but it stays in this room. It's like nobody.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like this is just a private Zoom call, right?
That's right. We're not.
This is the internet. It's not forever.
Yeah, no, they went down to the courthouse and because they want to live their lives and planning for like a church wedding, like in probably like a year or two once some other things get settled.
That's
started
cool.
Started a new job and all this good stuff and so just getting life settled in where it needs to be and then we can plan on that little chapter.
Oh, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. What's that say? I can't read some of these.
Which one?
I was just reading some stuff. That one.
Night Phoenix, what's up, dude?
3 new subs for your YouTube channel. Look at that.
Thanks, Randy. That's cool.
Yep. Randy stays on track of things. So that's good. So guys, go check out these. The links are in the description below. Also for his website too. You can go check that out.
And as a public service announcement for all of you guys that are on X, all the campaign links will be posted as a reply to the post. So we are streaming on YouTube and Rumble and X all simultaneously. So all the links will be in the description.
That's right. Hey, nobody in the chat. We asked them to guess what movie we're seeing tomorrow night. And I think the only thing I saw was somebody guessed Obsession, which we already saw. Nobody guessed anything else. But we are seeing a movie. So every Thursday, generally, summer's always tough because of travel and stuff. But generally, every Thursday, we see a movie. And then we do a movie review right from the front seat of the car as soon as we get out of the movie and post it up so people can see it Friday and stuff. So tomorrow night we're seeing a movie, and it is not The Odyssey. It is The Invite with Seth Rogen, and I've heard really good things about
Penelope Cruz and
Olivia Wilde. She directs it.
Yep, and we saw
that's cool.
During one of the movies.
Ed Norton, right? Yeah. Ed Norton's in it. Penelope Cruz.
It's an A24 movie, so they put out some pretty good stuff.
A24's got the right reputation. Yeah, they got
that's right. So that means it's not going to be a straightforward movie like you think. There will be some really cool twist or something in it.
Well, I mean, right out of the gate, it's called let me full screen you. Right out of the gate, it's called The Invite. And it's 2 neighbors, or it's a couple, Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde. Oh, very cool. And they invite Ed Norton and Penelope Cruz. So
I got another.
You watch the trailer, you get an idea. Nice.
Yeah, from the trailer, I definitely want to see that one.
Yeah, it looks good. And like I say, I know a few people that have seen it and talked about it and said it's really funny. So, that's cool.
I like that.
The original art for the covers are actually going to be part of a tier that you can select on the Kickstarter.
Okay.
So we're going to have a chance to pick up some of the original. This is the main cover.
Oh yeah, that was the one that we saw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up there.
And then this is the censored cover.
Nice.
Randy said,
"Savage pieces." The first piece is this is actually going to be a limited print at the small press table. So if you go to small press table L09, and ask Tom nicely. He will give you one of these prints, and I'll be doing a remark up in this. It's a full color print, but this area
nice.
up here is going to be blank, so that way I could do a remark up in the
Oh,
corner.
that's excellent.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so that way at least I'll show you a little bit more. Since I didn't have the entire Kickstarter ready for us to like scroll through because it's about the launch, at least I'll show you a little bit of artwork.
Yeah.
No, love seeing the artwork.
Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Awesome.
Well, dude, that is really awesome. Before we wrap it up, so we usually go for about an hour. Might as well, of course, I brought up Lilineth is finished, so we'll share the campaign.
Nice.
Lilineth Infernal Conflict, guys. It's live for a little bit longer. Probably come down sometime in August. And if you want to back it, get on it now. All the interior art is finished for the book. On my end, the colorist, like I said, Christopher has about, I think he's like 12 pages behind me. And we'll get moving on the lettering as well. And it just comes down to getting it all put together and getting it in your hands. So definitely go check it out. Go back it. Of course, I think we have, I don't even know. I'm thinking there's a couple copies left of the retro edition where we're printing it on newsprint, and it's going to be flat colored, and the cover looks distressed and all that fun
Very
stuff.
70s. Last I checked, I think we got 2 copies left.
2 out of 100. They all come signed and numbered with a certificate of authenticity. So be one of the 2, because after that, we are printing a little more than 100. So we have a few for ourselves. But if you want to get it, this is how you do it.
We
So
have a
go
Kickstarter
do
too
that.
with the Billy Tucci exclusive cover over there. So if you are Kickstarter folks or a huge Billy Tucci fan, then we also have the Kickstarter available for you.
Yep, and that'll be coming down soon as well. Those links are also in the description below. So go check it out. And if you have backed it, I did send out an update with 3 colored pages attached to it, so you can see some new art from it as well. And I think you're going to really like what you see. And of course, the best deal is the collector's box, where you get all that stuff you see there. The main cover, the homage cover, John Malin's cover, and exclusive to the box is the black and white cover by John with no logo. The Circia bookmark is exclusive to the box. And you also get the foil cover, the black and white edition, a new First Man story I did, a 2-inch Lilineth minifigure, a collector's box shipped in a big brown box because we don't want that collector's box to get messed up. So go check it out, guys. You save a bunch of money if you go that route and you want everything, or you can a la carte it on the campaign, picking and choosing what you want. So go check out that. And
Awesome.
there you go. So, hey, Bill, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's awesome.
You know it, man.
Any excuse to hang out is a good excuse, so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It is.
And once the campaigns are live, well, we know the one's live next week. So I didn't know that. I thought it was live already, but it goes live next week. So we'll try and get you back on when it's live as well. So
awesome. Yeah, I'll be back in town after August 2nd. So it's anytime you guys would like to schedule something, that'd be great. It's just good to hang out with you guys too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that sounds good. Everybody, thanks for watching. I'd say go watch Graybeards, but as far as I know, Aaron's not doing it. So
going right here. Here you go.
Day off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he's got to get prepped for San Diego as well.
That is true. San Diego takes very time consuming.
That's right.
It
So no show next week, no movie review next week. Well, there might be one.
We did watch Old Henry, and which is on Netflix. It was recommended to me, so I've got it prepped. So we might be doing a movie review for that as well.
So you might get a movie review next week anyhow. So there you go, guys.
Sweet.
Thanks for watching. Bill, hang out. Don't just disengage after I hit the end button. We'll see you guys later.
Yep.
Hopefully see some of you in San Diego.
Live long and prosper.
There you go.